tussling on the ground, gets up, shoot him. Victim fall back on the ground, he shoot him again. He grab his phone off the ground, asking him what's the password. The victim saying out his password. He putting it in the phone. As you can see that phone light on his body. He shoot him again. Then he run off. Hey, what's going on? It's Big Guns and Pistols. I'm back with another one. Please make sure that if you like what I post here, you subscribe to the channel as well as follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna make sure that I put the link to my Instagram in the description. Also, I'm gonna put in the description the link to my other YouTube channel where I do filmmaking, I travel, and I make videos about the places that I travel to and the things that I do. I want to talk about something right now. I was going to talk about this before and I didn't, but it's some things on my chest that I really want to say about this. I want you all to take a look at this video of this young man being robbed. Not only is he being robbed, but these robbers, these hooligans, these animals, they still decided to shoot him 3 times, trying to kill him. But because of the grace of God and because of the mercies of God, the young man was able to survive these 3 shots. Take a look at this video. I want you to really analyze this video so that when I come back, you can hear what I have to say about it. Big Guns and Pistols, take a look at this. Tussling on the ground, gets up, shoot him. Victim fall back on the ground, he shoot him again. He grab his phone off the ground, asking him what's the password. The victim saying out his password. He putting it in the phone. As you can see that phone light on his body. He shoot him again. Then he run off. Alright, now that we back with it, the young man was out at about 3 a.m. and he was going somewhere. In my opinion, regardless of where you're going, that is not a good time to be out. That's number one. That's a very bad time to be out. This is Chicago. A very bad time to be out. Number one. Number two, you're by yourself. You're alone and you're walking the streets of Chicago where you know that there's hooligans out here looking for their next victim. Number three, you disarmed at 3 a.m. in the morning by yourself. This is all bad to begin with. When I was looking at this video, it's bad from the start. It's all bad to begin with. You out at 3 a.m., you by yourself, and you disarmed. If you look at the white car that passes this boy, the white car that you see pass on the street, it makes the left turn and it stops by the corner. Now from where he's at, he can't see that that car has stopped. You see one of the hooligans get out the car. He posts up on the corner behind the brick wall, waiting till the victim gets a little closer. So the victim gets a little closer. He points the gun at him. Now, whatever words were exchanged, you see the young man, he handed him his bag. That must have not been good enough. The young man who was shot makes an attempt to grab the gun. But in my opinion, I think that that was a horrible attempt. And you got to give him credit for trying, but One thing that we have to make sure of is your speed good? How good is your speed? Are you good on your feet? Are you quick on your feet? How good is your balance? How good is your footwork? What's your strength like? What's your leverage like? Because a lot of times it's not about strength. And when I saw it, I said, wow, the young man tried to fight for his life, but it was a horrible attempt. So what you see is they're tussling on the ground now. Another guy come from the car to help his fellow hooligan. So to make a long story short, in this video you saw that he shot the young boy 3 times. The last time wasn't even fucking necessary. The first time wasn't even necessary. The second time wasn't even necessary. But this is what I'm talking about how ruthless these motherfuckers are these days. And this is why you yourself, us good men, this is why you have to be armed. This is why you have to have the mind of defense. It starts in the mind. And I'm glad I had this as a 15-year-old young boy. In my teenage years, I had the mind for defense. And that's a topic for another video. I'm gonna tell you all about that later. The things that I used to do and carry before I was able to own firearms at the age of 18 and pistols at the age of 21. But look at this. This young boy, because of those 3 shots, because of those shots he was given, that was totally unnecessary, because of these broke motherfuckers that I told you about in one of my last videos. They don't want to get no job. They don't want to work for nothing. They want to steal and take from the people. He only has 1 leg now for the rest of his life. Why? Because you have motherfuckers out there who don't want to do for themselves, don't want to go out and work, don't want to do any damn thing for a financial gain. They want to just take it from you. They want to take it from the person who has work. Folks, we got to be smart about what we're doing. We have to be more strategic about what we're doing. A lot of things could be avoided if we simply think through the situation. As you saw them grappling, tussling on the ground, what if a fellow citizen just so happened to be sitting on the porch and saw it take place? Ran up, popped a few shots in that robber's ass. But no, people are actually scared to do that. Why are they scared to do that? Why are they so fearful of getting involved? Well, you have a state's attorney that will possibly prosecute you. And that brings me into this fucked up law that we live under. This unbalanced law that we live under. This unjust system that we live under. They need real justice. Real justice isn't just arresting somebody and putting them in a damn jail where they're safe. I'm not even going to get into what I think real justice is, because that may be a little too much for you all to hear. This young boy's life is now forever changed because of these fucking hooligans. Because of these lowlives, stealing, robbing people, holding the damn community hostage. 9-year-old girls getting shot, 6-year-old boys getting shot, 5-month-old babies being shot in the fucking head. Did you see that video? And people want to say, well, why are these things happening? What's going on? I'll tell you why it's going on. Because they're not getting real justice. And people are actually, they're fearful to fight back. They're fearful to pull out their firearm and start blazing because they don't want to be prosecuted. Because they don't want some prosecutor coming after them saying, well, you shouldn't have done that and this and that. And now they facing jail time. Look at the system that we live under. You allow these people, these robbers, these hooligans, these murderers to do whatever the fuck they want, while the law-abiding citizens are being left at a disadvantage. I mentioned that in my other video. It should be nothing. You see this young boy, he on the ground. They trying to rob him. Why can't a fellow citizen help another fellow citizen if they desire to do so? If they desire to get involved. Pop a couple shots in their asses. A lot of people simply just don't want to get involved. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. Because the next thing you know, you might be getting your ass taken to court. Over what? Man, the prosecutor said, well, you had no right to fire some shots. shots. You had no right to draw your weapon. So most people just don't want to get involved, depending on what state you live in. But I'm telling you, man, the reason that I be making videos like this that I'm making now is because you see it all the time. These criminals getting away with every damn thing. Most of them get away. But within this particular case, he was caught. But most of them, they get away. Most of them, they back out doing the same thing. Then you got innocent people being hurt. I don't like innocent people being hurt. Children catching bullets because you got some ignorant motherfucker out there randomly shooting in the community. The whole damn community is scared of. It's been said before and I'll say it now. The only thing that stops a bad person with a gun is a good person with a gun. The police is never going to be there on time. One of the neighbors called the police, but the police, we know that they come after the fact. What are you going to do at this particular moment while you're under attack? You have to be your own help. You have to be your own police. You have to be your own bodyguard. You have to be your own savior. Along with the mercies of God, along with the help of God, along with the protection of God. Protect yourself, because we live in a system to where the laws are just so jacked up. It's a shame when you have people, they fear defending themselves. Because if they end up doing it the wrong way, they could be prosecuted. Shame on the prosecutor for trying to prosecute somebody like that, who's simply doing what needs to be done to protect and preserve their life. Many times we've seen, if you look up stories, you've seen innocent people go to jail when they shouldn't. Oh, you've used too much force. You didn't have to shoot him. Doesn't fucking matter. He shouldn't be here trying to rob. He shouldn't be here trying to steal. He shouldn't be here on my property trying to break in my home, trying to steal what's on my property. As far as I'm concerned, in the opinion of big guns and pistols, if you're trying to steal something on my property, you deserve to catch one. Yes, you do. That's giving you real justice. But the system creates this kind of behavior. And I can go all day long about it, but this video will be forever. Big guns and pistols. I'm telling you right now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my thinking is a little off. Maybe I said something wrong. Let me know what you think in the comment section, because I do read that. Big guns and pistols. Peace.